Hey guys, Loyal here. Today I decided to try something new with my video. I did a lot more editing to try to make the video more concise and to the point. It's something that I've had problems with in the past and I hope this solves that. Secondly, I'm proud to announce I'm sponsored with 3 new people. Number 1 is Game Tyrant. They sponsor my ESEA team, Tyrant Gaming. And also, all my videos are hosted on their website, and I'm going to be giving them an exclusive video every month for their YouTube channel, so make sure to check those out in the description. I'm also partnered with Alpha Draft, so if you guys do any fantasy esports, go ahead and check them out. You can bet on the upcoming E-League matches, and if you just use the link down below, it helps you out a ton. And also, if you guys buy any games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive or Stellaris, they're super cheap on there. Counter-Strike's like $8 or $9 on there right now, so go ahead and use that link in the description and it'll help me out a ton. Thanks guys, make sure you subscribe and enjoy the video. Alright, so starting off with these pistol strategies, I tried to take into consideration the effect of a Glock versus a USP, and I felt very strongly that B rushes in general are very strong on terroricides. This is not a silver strat if you do it properly. These are things that pros use all the time. So starting off, we're just going to use a standard B rush. This tries to get all the Glocks close range to the USPs to try to maximize their effective distance. So 3 players are going to buy Kevlar. 1 player is going to buy 2 flashes and a smoke, and then the last player is going to buy a Tech 9 to give to one of the Kevlar players and a smoke. So starting off, one of the players with Kevlar is simply going to shoulder peek mid. What this does is it allows him to get information if anyone's pushing into lower or pushing. When his teammates start executing, he's going to rotate over back to the tunnels and hold a very simple angle that will allow him to hide from the quick peek and allow him to really just get an easy kill or 2. Instead of holding an aggressive angle, the reason he's holding a bit back is if it CT quick peeks it, he'll probably die. Although you're vulnerable to T-spawn, it's not a big deal. The smoke grenade player is going to simply run across this wall at the beginning of the round, line up with that little point that's coming out of the arch, a little above it, and then shift walk and throw. This smoke covers the car and allows the terrorist to push out without being seen from this door over here, or from really any angle unless you wide peek and expose yourself. After that, he's going to throw a flashbang at roughly the same place. Up by that brown spot, that's where you throw the smoke and the flash, except this time he's going to run through it. The reason he run throws it is it'll land in the smoke, and the CTs really won't see it coming. Anyone who's holding close, anyone who's holding the door or the window should get flash. So here's what the two look like together. The smoke grenade. So what this player's going to do at the very beginning of the round is run into this immediately, line up the smoke. I'm doing it kind of slow just to show you what it's like. So he'll just run in, line up, shift walk, throw, grab the flash, and then huck it, and then run out with the rest of his teammates. This is what it'll look like if you're an entry. You'll just be running out as it's smoked and flashed, and clear the close angles. Keep in mind that someone can be in the smoke, but just try to clear all the close angles, and you're not going to cross the door because you'll be waiting for the player with a smoke grenade to clear it. Like I said, someone will hide in the smoke from time to time, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Just be prepared for it. Smoke! So when the player smokes it off, that's when the player with the smoke, who's going to be holding the bomb, is going to walk over and plant. Some good after plants for this strategy are one of the players with either the Tech 9 or the Glock can play this car position. One of the players can play here and kind of peek door, and then someone else can play stack. The stack player is important to watch the window so that the player who's hiding behind those crates doesn't get killed. If you have 5 players up, another player can go over here and spot tunnels for the T-spawn player. If he sees them coming in, he can come in here and wait for the T-spawn player to make contact, and then once that happens, he can re-peek out and take fire and help with a crossfire. So those are some effective after plans. Okay, keeping with the Rush B theme, this second strat is a really simple deviation on the last one. You're going to buy the same things, 3 Kevlar, 2 flashes of smoke, a Tech 9 and a smoke. And then that Tech 9 again is going to be going to the second man in, or one of the people with Kevlar. The only real difference here is the smokes you throw. it's a bit slower as well. So one player is going to come over here to this pillar. Keep in mind, one person should be holding for the lower tunnel push. And then one player is going to be coming over to this box. He's going to walk right into it in the middle of it and aim at that corner. And then just throw it.
Smoke!
The second one, you go to the pillar like that, and then aim at the pointy part, and then run throw. And it creates a wall like this. Keep in mind one thing, there is a gap here that anyone with a USP will be able to see, but again, it's probably going to be a USP, so it's not the biggest deal. I also recommend the pillar person who throws that to simply hug a flash. Keep in mind, the person who throws it off that box is going to have to move out of the way quickly for the person run throwing the smoke. You guys are just going to run out, jump on plat, clear it, and then plant default once more, and keep the same after plants. It's really just a deviation on the last strat, but it can prove a quick surprise if the player's not expecting it, and it's overall a solid strategy. Really just cuts the bomb site in half and allows you to get up close and personal with everyone before they have to take a fight. Okay, for this strat, instead of everyone going through the tunnel, you're going to be doing a split B. For this, all you need is 4 Kevlar, a smoke, and 2 flashes. This allows you to take control of the B bomb site and keep a hold of it. So, at the beginning of the round, you're going to be doing what you normally do, running towards tunnels. I recommend all 5 players doing this. One player will be posted up here, another player posted up there. Then the other 3 players are simply going to be running into the lower bomb site, or the lower tunnel, with one of the players being the player who carries the smoke. Make sure you clear every angle. The smoke player will jump over the doors so it doesn't get picked off. You'll come into this corner, aim at the top of this window, and simply throw a smoke grenade. A flashbang is going to come off this wall here. You just aim at the corner and a little higher, and it'll pop flash out there. That'll allow your 2 entry fraggers to go out and clear the close angles. Afterwards, they're going to push up to about there, where I just pointed at, but they're not going to peek the doors or the window until the player who stays here at the Xbox flashes at that second shadow from the wire from the left and at the top of the wall. Throwing that flashbang is going to bounce off of that wall and pop flash right past the wall, forcing any player who's looking out there from, say, door or over here at the window to either fall or get completely blinded and just die. Once that flash goes off, both entry fraggers are going to push out, and they're simply going to run up to the door in the window, making sure to clear the crates. And as soon as they push into the bomb site, make sure you call this to your teammates who are still in the tunnel. These 2 players are going to be pushing in as well. And so you'll be split pushing B with like 4 or 5 players. And even though you don't really have any nades going in, it should be really easy to just lock them down. I recommend planning in the default spot and then taking the same after plants as the previous strategies. One thing that you can note is this player has the option of going tunnel or mid. I really recommend them, however, not going tunnel and instead going into the mid. The players mid are going to need a lot more firepower than the 2 players tunnel. With this strategy, we're finally taking on the A bomb site. What we're going to be doing is buying 3 Kevlar and then 2 sets of nades, smoke, flash, flash for 2 players. And then we're going to be late taking A. So what we're going to be doing off of the spawn is all the players are going to be running towards the long area with one player holding up and watching the doors. And then one player, one of the players with the smokes, coming over here to this telephone wire shadow, or not, and where it meets the lamp, aiming into that corner with the smoke grenade. As you can see, it's that light. It's a little silly, but it's a good lineup. You simply stand up, aim at the top of that rebar, the longest one, and then left click, and it's a really simple smoke. As you can see, it bounces off of the wall and lands Xbox, and this safely allows your players to run up catwalk without being killed from mid doors. You're also going to make sure that one player is watching the mid so that that player with the smoke doesn't get killed while that happens. While the players are running up cat, the same player with the smoke is going to stay back with a flashbang, aim about right there, and then just jump throw a flash. That flash will go over that wall and pop around in the midair, forcing anyone who's holding up near the bricks or the top of the stairs to fall off or get flashed, allowing 3 Glocks, or 4 Glocks rather. Actually 3 Glocks, sorry. 3 Glocks will be pushing cat. 1 with smoke and 2 with Kevlar, and they're just going to take that. Once you have control of that, the player with the smoke is going to go into that corner of the stair that I just showed and aim at that little thing that's coming out from the pipe and just run through it and throw it right before he hits bricks. That smoke will land in those boxes, blocking off all the headshot angles at ramp, really helping you guys out against USPs. That's the biggest problem with taking the A bomb site is long range fights, so if you can reduce that, it'll really help. After that, you're going to flash over before you push after you throw that smoke and take it. The players at long, the person who threw the smoke, are going to clear this long area along with one Kevlar. And you simply just jump throw a flash like that. It can land higher, it doesn't have to be right there, it can be up at that wall. And as soon as that flash goes off, the Kevlar and the person with one flash now push out and take control of long. You want to be able to split push the guy's ramp and the guys over here in this area. That's really great for long range duels. Lots of operas will play it, but I also play it all the time with USP since there's really not much you can do against them with a Glock. After that, you simply are going to take control. The people with the cat will have the bomb, and they'll be planning right there for both long and the catwalk. The reason you don't want to plant higher is you can get picked off from CT. And really, terrorists can kill a diffuser from both cat and long. So players long will stay long, the people cat will retake cat and just hold it. And you kind of want to take some fights since you don't want to make it too long range. You can fight them while they come up from CT. And that's the main goal here, is to just plant. You can set up a crossfire at ramp and over here at long, and that's a really great after plant, and you can just hold really easily. Alright guys, for this strategy, I'm calling it the Janky Split A because this one's a bit of a silly split at A. You buy a lot of smokes, you're only going to have 2 Kevlars, so that can be a problem. But overall, this is just a fun strat that I wanted to include because honestly, most strats for pistol rounds for terrorists are just variations of A or B. Maybe you take it early, maybe you take it late. But with this one's kind of creative and it's kind of funny. So I just thought I'd show it to you guys. And so without further ado, here's the Janky Split A. Alright, so for this you're going to be setting up for the same mid to B, except this time you're going to be sending 3 people towards long to take cat, and then 2 people down into lower. One player is going to jump over here, throw the mid to B smoke, just like this. Same old setup as before. But then the other player is going to set up behind him, and I kind of have trouble setting it up here, but it's a lot easier when you actually have someone there to like bump into. And you're just going to hold the left and the right mouse button and aim at the top and throw. You're going to push out on a flash, and then you guys are going to push through these smokes and take CT. What you're going to do after that is you're going to wait, and while you guys are doing that, the cat people are going to be pushing up, taking cat with a flash like you would in your split A strategy that I showed earlier. So you'll flash up, take it, but this time you're going to throw the same exact smoke, the headshot smoke, making sure you clear it. Top left corner of the stair railing, whatever you want to call that. It's kind of a railing. And then aiming at that little indent, throwing it right before you hit bricks. It'll land headshot, you'll flash out, you take it with the CT guys. This is when you guys are going to take it. You guys are going to kind of push up. You don't want to push too far or visible along. I pushed too far in this example. You kind of want to stay near cat. The CT people want to stay CT, pushing up and kind of helping, but then falling back to CT. You'll plant for catwalk. The 3 people will go back catwalk and hold that. And then the 2 player CT can kind of watch cross. Shouldn't take too many fights though, because again you have Glocks, but mostly holding just CT. Again, kind of a stupid strategy, but it's for fun. And I thought this was kind of a fun strategy to end on. So anyways guys, that was it for this video. Make sure you check out my sponsors in the description below, and I will see you guys with the next video.